I had no idea this would happen while taking Zepbound. I have been taking 2.5 milligrams of tirzepatide, Zepbound, for 4 weeks, and the results are insane. My name's Lenore. I'm a certified nutritionist on a GLP-1. I know what to do. I just need a little help doing it. The last 4 weeks have been a little crazy. And I want to talk about the weight I lost, the measurements, the side effects, and what I did, what I ate in order to make these results happen. And before I go into my results, whoever said this was going to be easy or this is the easy way out, they were lying. Lies, lies, lies. This was hard. Okay, but we're going to talk about that later. Here are the results for my 1 month of taking tirzepatide. I lost a total of, somebody give me a drum roll, 12 and a half pounds. Hey. Okay. So there's no way I would have been able to do that on my own. That is crazy. 12 and a half pounds in 4 weeks. Yes, I did lose a lot of water weight the first week, but 12 and a half pounds is insane. Do you know what 12 and a half pounds looks like? Okay, this is 10 to 15 pounds of fat. Okay. I hope I didn't lose a lot of muscle. I have been strength training, but this is 10 to 15 pounds of fat gone. Okay, so let me show you the before and after. Okay, here's my before. Okay, and then here's my after. I feel like there's a big difference. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm 48 and I'm just tired. And I just tired of doing this over and over. I am very excited with the results. Okay, so the worst part of my body, the part I hate the most, is my back. And you can see there is a huge difference in that part, which makes me so happy. I still have a ton to lose, but this really makes me happy. I don't know why I accumulate so much fat in my back when I gain weight. Okay, let's talk about inches, how many inches I lost. This is also the part that's insane. If you're not measuring, what are you doing? Yes, pictures are really cool, but it's also really awesome to see the measurements and to see those inches come off. If anything, at least measure your waist, like at your belly button, your hips, and maybe, I don't know, your legs. It's hard to do your arm by yourself, but at least you have an idea of where you're losing. So those are the three places. Okay, I needed a paper to tell you where I lost. Okay, I lost a total of 9.25 inches. Okay, I lost 1 inch off my chest, half an inch off my arm, which I really want to get rid of that. 2.5 inches off of my waist, but 2.25 off my hips, and 3 inches off my thigh. Look at my thighs. Like, I have big thighs. I don't know if you saw my last measurement. We were talking about it being like 20 something inches. And I was saying, like, that's somebody's waist. Somebody's waist is the size of my thighs. So there's that. Okay, let's talk side effects. So I gave myself a shot in the thigh when I started. So every week I alternated right, left, right. And then the very last time I did it in the stomach, which freaked me out a little bit. Everyone says the side effects vary depending on the injection site. And so I wanted to see if there was any difference. So that was the last shot I took. And I did not notice any difference. But again, remember, this medication affects everyone differently. But as far as appetite suppression, everything remained the same for me going from the thigh to my stomach. And I went above my belly button. I did not have any nausea. I didn't have any bad headaches. The day after I had a headache, but I don't know if it was really the medication. I haven't had any other headaches since then. but appetite suppression still remains kind of high. So I do my shots on Wednesday. On Tuesday, I start to feel a little snacky, which is why I'm doing it on Wednesdays, so that when it kicks in, it's really good for the weekend, because I am a work week dieter and I will do really good during the week, and then on the weekend I will eat like I'm starving. Probably because I am starving myself during the week. I do know this. So I am all about weekend binging. And so this has definitely helped with that. So I make sure that I do it on Wednesday so that I'm not so snacky on the weekends. And that's definitely worked for me. Okay, so the most surprising part of being on this set bound for me has been that it's gotten rid of my urge to drink on the weekends. I'm not a big drinker during the week, but on the weekends, we always go to a Mexican restaurant. I'm always, always, always going to have a margarita. In fact, I went to lunch with my daughter, and the lady comes and she's like, two margaritas, because she knows me, because every time I go for dinner, I'm having a margarita. And I have not had a drink in 29 days. So I haven't gone to that restaurant. I could go and I would not have the urge. I just don't eat. I would get the urge before I got there. Like, I would come up with excuses to go to that restaurant. Okay, it's Friday night. I don't want to cook. Let's go to the Mexican restaurant. And I already knew I was having a margarita. So this has been big for me when it comes to drinking. It's just a lot of extra calories. So even when I was on a calorie deficit, like a normal calorie deficit, I just had strong urges to have a drink on the weekend. Or, I'm in Florida, so like we are at the pool or the beach, and it was just a habit to have a drink when we're outside. I can drink if I want to. I just haven't had that urge. And I'm really locked in, and I'm trying to do all the right things to make sure I lose as much as possible. Also, when I don't drink, I sleep way better. People think that drinking helps you sleep. It actually does not. It does the opposite. You do not sleep as well. You're going to wake up feeling groggy. I mean, if you drink a lot, obviously you're going to have a hangover, but even just one or two drinks is going to make you have a lot more cravings the next day, which is why when we drink a little too much, we always say, oh, I got to eat some greasy food to soak up all that alcohol. It's not true. That's actually not true at all. It's just because we're craving something really bad. This has actually helped me quite a bit in that part, because the weekends, again, are the worst for me. So it's been really nice not to have any of the other side effects. I do think part of the reason that I'm not experiencing these side effects, and I think it's just coming from my nutrition background, is because I am staying completely hydrated. I am eating my calories. And when I say I'm eating my calories, I'm definitely in a deficit, which is why I'm losing. But I am making sure that I eat the most that I can eat in order to stay in a deficit. I don't know if that makes sense. For me, I am trying to make sure I hit at least 1,200 calories, where I could easily. And I'm telling you, that first week I was having like 800, 900 calories. I had to really be intentional about eating my calories. So I again, I'm short. I'm 5'1", 5'2", let's say 5'2". And I am older. I'm 48. The older you are and the shorter you are, the less calories you need. I also have a really, really bad history, extensive history with crash dieting. I've done a lot of low calorie diets. Any diet you think of, I've done it. And that lowers your metabolism. So I did spend a lot of time in diets, but I also spent a lot of time binging, which is what got me here. This is definitely a change for me, but so I am having to make sure I actually eat calories in order to keep the headaches away, to make sure I'm getting all my nutrients, and of course to keep the exhaustion at bay. The amount of people I see who are so tired and exhausted. I don't take any electrolytes because I do stay hydrated. It's just this medication tends to not only suppress your hunger, but also your thirst. So you have to be very careful and make sure you, again, intentional about drinking your drinks. I use Crystal Light and then I just drink regular water, but I'm a big Diet Coke fan. I drink one Diet Coke maybe a day or every other day. But I still get in 100 ounces of water. So I do make sure that I'm getting that in so that I don't have the crazy side effects. The only side effect that I experienced badly was the constipation. And I am doing the Miralax fiber gummies. And I must say, I've been fine. Too much information. Okay, so let's talk about what I ate. So, one thing I made sure I did in order to eat my calories was I did eat breakfast. That first week, I didn't even want to look at breakfast. But by week 2, I felt good to go. And there were 2 things that I made sure I had every single day to make sure that I hit my protein. One is the Fairlife protein shake. It's 30 grams of protein. And the other is the Oikos Greek yogurt, which is another 15 grams of protein. So that's 45 grams of protein right there. And I do track my food. You don't really have to when you're on a GLP-1 and you want to lose, but I am trying to make sure I hit my protein, my fiber, and get my nutrients in. Then I made sure to have 5 ounces of chicken for lunch and 5 ounces of lean ground beef for dinner, or vice versa. But that would get me to about 105 grams of protein a day. And the rest I would just get through my sides, like quinoa has 5 grams of protein, black beans has protein, your sweet potatoes, even some of your fruits and veggies have protein in them. So if you just make sure you're getting whole foods in your lunch and dinner, you're going to hit your 120 grams of protein. Okay, so I'm going to list my protein sources with how many grams of protein is in each source. So you can screenshot that. Okay, and I also have a fiber source sheet. So you can use this to pair with your protein source to make sure you're getting plenty of fiber and protein. So I shoot for 20 to 25 grams of fiber. It is a little bit tough because it's hard to eat in volume when you don't have a big appetite. So I do use the Miralax fiber gummies, which gives me an additional, I think, 6 to 8 grams of fiber. And then the rest I get through my grains, fruits, and veggies. Now let's talk about the mindset shift that is needed to be on a GLP-1 and the lies that everyone tells you on how easy it is. Obviously, it is easier to make good choices because you don't have those cravings and all that food noise in your head. So that part, yes, is easier. But again, there is a huge mindset shift. First of all, I was just scared to tell anyone because I was just scared to be judged. And because I am a nutritionist, I felt that even stronger. No, it's not anyone's business that we are on this GLP-1. But I do think there are a lot more people coming out showing that you're not a failure for being on a GLP-1. I thought this would be a really good opportunity to help so many other people because honestly, I see a lot of people out there with zero guidance, zero nutritional guidance, zero guidance on how to handle the appetite suppression, what's really needed. You know, a lot of people are starving themselves and having these crazy side effects, not understanding why, just thinking, oh, I'm on this medication, so that's just, it is what it is. This is what I got to do to be skinny. I'm going to have to just be bald and tired, but at least I'm skinny. And that is just not a good way to live. I get it. Believe me, I get it. I've done some crazy things to lose weight. I've lost my hair on keto, and I know the consequences of losing weight quickly. So I want to be here to help, even if it's just one person who watches this. I'm hoping you hear me. The other mindset shift is just losing weight quickly and resisting the urge to not eat. I never thought I would have to say that. I just have to make sure that I eat because sometimes you forget to eat. Oh my gosh, I couldn't stand it when somebody was like, I forgot to eat. And now here we are. Here we are. So I want to help with that. I want to make sure we are eating, we are fueling ourselves, that we are living a healthy lifestyle while using this tool. So, if you're considering this or if you're just starting, just know it's not easy. You still have to put in work. You still have to plan your meals. You still have to drink your water, eat your protein. This tool will make it easier for you to make those choices. This is the time to learn about good nutrition because you don't have the food monster in the back trying to get you to make the bad choice. You have it in you right now to make the good choices. This will be the time for you to learn about that and to learn how to eat healthy and live a healthy lifestyle. So if you choose to do this the right way, you will see amazing results and you will feel good. But if you choose to go the other way and just not eat so that you can see the scale make big moves, two things are going to happen. One, you're going to have those crazy side effects and it's just not going to be good. You'll be bald. And two, you're going to be exhausted and you're going to be tired. And I just feel like that's just a shitty life. And then what's the point, right? If the point is to get skinny, then I guess you'll be there, but you're going to feel like crap. Don't do that. Do this with me. Let's do it the right way. Okay. I know it's hard, but I'm hoping that we can do this the right way and do it together. Okay, that's it for now. Ciao. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see the next month and what's happening, what I'm eating, what I'm doing. And if you are on it and you're also sharing your journey, I would love to follow you. So leave your information below so we can all follow each other and do it together. All right. Till next time.